What's going on, YouTube? Today I want to show you how I set up my first aid bag. The bag itself is a 511 ALS BLS bag. That's just what it's called. You can find it online. And here's what it looks like out front. It comes with these stretchy pouches. I put some gloves in there. Why don't we take a look on the inside? Before that, this is what I have on the outside. I got this flashlight given to me by a firefighter, and then I got this rescue hook that I bought at a gun show for a cheap price. This will cut seatbelts and whatnot. And then on the outside, I have a Leatherman Raptor. If you guys don't know this tool already, it's a great tool. You can pop these out, and they're a pair of trauma shears. Keep in mind, I'm doing this with my one hand. There you go. Alright, and then outside here, got some gloves and stuff in this pouch. Show you that real quick. You know what? Not gonna show you that real quick. That's too difficult. Alright, construction's real good. You know, you could see these pieces of fabric over the buckle. Keeps it nice and I don't know, looks good. Got that for the Leatherman. It's a holster. In these pouches, I got tons of gloves in here. I mean, probably a couple of them. On the outside, got some tourniquets. You know, I wanted to put this stuff on the outside. Sure, it's immediate life threats, and they're in the ready position, so I don't have to fumble around, you know, with my butterfingers. Up here, I got some Mss Bags. If you don't know what these are like puke bags. Pop these out. Has a bag in it. People can puke in it all they want. I like to call these my beer holders, you know, in case I have nothing to pour it in. On this pouch, on the very first one, I got some of the essentials where if I don't need the entire bag, you know, it's basically a trauma bag. And if someone has a paper cut, I don't want to pull out a huge piece of dressing. So I got some band-aids, some common medications, Benadryl, Tylenol, some Epiderm, which is kind of like more long-term stuff, antibiotic ointment, you know, for all those infections, and itch stopper, so when I get bit by mosquitoes, I don't go crying. Alright, so I'm opening this up. You can just pull this straight out. We'll work from the top, go down. So this top pouch, everything vitals related. On this outside, I got a flashlight, a Sharpie, and some of these tempo dots. You know, a bunch of these nurses use them. I got these at the hospital. It takes your temperature. You put this in your mouth and reads your temperature, kind of yeah, you get it, I guess. I don't understand how it works, it just does. Alright, the inside, got a pulse ox, because, you know, never know when you need to tell saturation, the blood. A stethoscope, and a sphygmomanometer, $5 word for blood pressure cuff. These are the nice ones where it has the dial and the pump, so you don't have to hold both. Anyway, we'll get this out of the way, and we'll go into the red pouch. Red pouch is the blood pouch. Anything to stop the bleeding. So I got a bunch of roll gauze here. I picked these up for like $1. These are like hospital stuff. And we have these Dynastoppers. Stop the bleeding. I want to pull one of these out for a little more serious stuff. And we have some surgical pads. And also it's very cushiony for when you want to wrap something. You put this down onto the wound, blue side up, blue line up, and then you wrap it with either the self-adhesive bandages or tape. Green, think of green for oxygen, airway, stuff like that. So I got a bunch of these OPAs, NPAs, all different sizes, from pediatric to shack size. I got this manual suction device. No one really has this in their BLS bags, but I'm special. 2 different tubes. This is the pediatric one, and then the adult one. They kind of go together, like so. Minimize some packaging. ARS needle for pneumo decompression, and NPAs, all of them attached with some of the lubricant jelly. I like to use these for many different purposes. We'll just leave it at that. And this next one, the blue way, the blue bag, also airway, the blue way. This is kind of a disposable CPR mask in case I get a dirty patient. I don't want to use my nice and expensive BVM. Here's my nice and expensive BVM. It's a pocket BVM. You can pull this out, and there's a BVM in the inside. It's all packable. There's a King's tube. It's more of an advanced airway adjunct. And then on this yellow pouch is going to be all these splinting materials. I got a SAM splint right here. I have 2 total inside this bag. Not in this yellow pouch, but just in the bag in general. So I got a SAM splint. Some of the the self-adhesive bandages, so I don't have to go hunting for it. It's all just in the same pouch. Triangular bandages, 2 times 2. Some finger splints, or you can also put antibiotic ointment at the tip of this and just apply it onto the wounds. Got a massive cold compression sack, or cold pack. I should probably just get 2 small ones, but it's alright. Alright, on the sides here, I got a IV start kit to kind of save some time if I'm out in the backcountry or something like that. And yeah, some 20 gauge for just most common IV used. Not everyone has big enough veins for an 18. I got a space blanket. You guys know what that's for. This is what I prefer to wash out wounds. It's called saline wound wash. You can get this at Target for like $4, and they sell the same thing at Stater Brothers for about $10. So you choose, but it's all the same. Essentially, pull this cap off, and you can press this button. Oh, anyways, it has some pressure to it. It's not a geyser, but it'll wash some stuff. I got a bunch of tapes. This is a big tape. I like using oversized stuff, as you can tell, so that I don't have to have smaller bandages, maybe like half the size, and keep wrapping and wrapping. Just get that one big solid piece of tape and call it good. Oh, and inside here, there's just it's 15 grams of glucose for diabetic patients, known diabetics. Of course, contraindications is if they can swallow, if they can't unswallow, if they're conscious, not conscious, stuff like that. Got another one over here, and then more self-adhesive bandages. That's it for that one. Those things fell. It's okay. On this next side, you won't see this a lot on first aid kits, but I got a OB kit. This is you pull this out for pregnancy patients. and you can deliver on scene. But haven't even done a call like that. Got close to it, but never have. Anyway, on this side, so there's pouches that kind of go through and through, and stick my arm will go out here, and then when I pull this out, this is a C-collar. So roll up on a traffic collision, throw the collar on, take a look at the next patient, tell the other patient not to move if I'm the only one on scene, stuff like that. And then this other side is a huge trauma dressing. You can also use this for eviscerations. And then we have some of that saline wound wash. Make it wet, put it on the patient, wrap it up, wait for EMS to arrive, and they'll do their magic. So everything in here is just first responder stuff. No medications, anything like that. I got some syringes for more wound washing, or ear buildup, ear wax buildup. You can use that. I've used that before. It works. I got a razor blade right here. A scalpel. I got a total of 2 scalpels in here. Some trauma shears for a dirty patient, and some clamps in case I want to reenact the Black Hawk Down situation. And these lock up. Alright, so, and then a pen to get a girl's number, something like that. Alright guys, that's overview of the 511 first aid kit. Hope you guys enjoy. It's gonna be my first video on this stuff. If you guys want to see any more, I'll probably make one eventually. Maybe never. Alright, peace guys. Have a good day. A couple things I failed to mention. I have some Celox gauze in there, an endotracheal tube for the King's tube, and something else I forgot, but I'll put in the annotations if I remember. And last but not least, didn't want to end the video that quick. Here's what it looks like on my pack. This is how I go to my fashion shows and all those sort of things. Once I turn around, I'll continue my conversation. Get that awkward, turn around. This pack is super comfortable. It's extremely lightweight. I hope I'm in the frame, maybe not. This pack probably weighs less than, I want to say 10, 12, no more than 15, 20 pounds. I know I put a lot of numbers out there, but just know that it's lightweight. Give you another idea. It's got a metal bar here to pick up and do some curls. This is how I impress all the ladies. And I should be buff eventually if I do this a couple thousand times. And that's my review. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Hope I'm in the frame. Alright, peace guys.